Government has appointed 7 governors in the provinces following the sacking of the incumbent 7 governors. All the sacked governors were appointed by the Deobal-led government last year, so the sacking somewhat was expected. The new governors are taking the oath of office in just a short while away from now. Good morning, I'm Amar Singh Pradhan. Let's begin with the top stories this hour. Former Speaker Krishna Bahadur Mohra taken in custody until the court reaches a verdict. Life imprisonment sought against former lawmaker Mohammad Aftab Alam. New governors for all the 7 provinces appointed, oath of office and secrecy being administered this morning by the President. The United States formally notifies the United Nations of its intention to withdraw from the Paris Agreement, which had brought together 188 nations to combat climate change. And Champions League matches resume from tonight. Liverpool up against Genk, Chelsea hosting Ajax in a tricky encounter. President Vidyadevi Bhandari appointed new governors for all the 7 provinces following the recommendation of the Cabinet of Ministers. All the new appointed governors are being administered the oath of office and secrecy at a function in the President's office, Sital Niwas, this morning. Issuing a press release by the Office of the President yesterday evening, President Bhandari appointed Somnath Adhikari as Governor for Province 1, Tilak Pariyar for Province 2, Vishnu Prasad Prasai for Province 3, Amik Serchan for Gandaki Province, Dharmanath Yadav for Province 5, Govinda Prasad Khalauni for Karnali Province and Sarmila Kumari Panta for Sudur Paschim Province. The Secretariat meeting, which preceded the meeting of the Council of Ministers, had finalized the names of the new governors. The President on Sunday had sacked the 7 governors appointed by the Nepali Congress government in January last year. And moving on, a single bench of justice at the Kathmandu District Court, Sudarshan Raj Pandey, denied former Speaker Krishna Bahadur Mohra of bail and sent him to custody. The decision came after the closed hearing of the rape allegation earlier yesterday. Mohra will be behind bars until the court delivers its final verdict in the case. Mohra, however, will have the option to make an appeal at the Supreme Court. On Thursday, a rape case was filed at the Kathmandu District Court demanding 7.5 years of imprisonment along with compensation to the victim. The Government Attorney's Office had filed a 42-page long charge sheet against former Speaker Mohra based on the evidences collected by the police. The evidences include liquor bottle collected from the room of the said victim, broken spectacles, inside sole of shoes, among other objects. Mohra, however, had denied the allegation and said that he had not entered the room of the said victim. The former Speaker also maintained that the claimed evidences were simply kept there to frame him. Mohra is accused of raping Parliament staff Roshani Sai in a rented apartment at Thinkune on 29th of September. The government's attorney office, Rautahar, registered a case against Nepali Congress lawmaker Mohammad Aftab Alam at the Rautahar District Court yesterday, demanding for life imprisonment against Alam. Along with Alam, the case has been filed against 10 others who are all accused of murder charge. Alam has been accused of his involvement in a bomb explosion in Rautahar a day ahead of the 2008 Constituent Assembly elections and burning the injured in a brick kiln to wipe out the evidences of the bomb blast. The police have provided suggestions and submitted an 800-page investigation report to the government's attorney office, Rautahar, demanding life imprisonment and the seizure of Alam's all properties. Dr. Govinda KC has begun his 17th round of hunger strike demanding reforms in the medical education and health services sector. Dr. KC has demanded the government to fulfill the agreements struck with them in the previous hunger strike. Dr. KC said the government had been favoring the motives of private medical colleges. We have a report.
Dr. Govinda KC has begun his 17th round of hunger strike from Dadilthura, citing the government had favoured malpractices in the medical education sector. Dr. KC has said students from medium to lower economic backgrounds do not have access to medical education as it had gotten expensive and was centred in the cities. Dr. KC also demanded actions against colleges that have ripped medical students with additional fees under various pretexts.
सबै नेपालीहरूको गुणस्तरीय सस्तो र निशुल्क र सुलभ चाहिँ स्वास्थ्य सेवा समान पहुँचाउनुपर्छ। मेरो सत्याग्रह जारी रहनेछ र केही दिन म हेर्छु, त्यति भएन भनेदेखि अरू कडा माग पनि थप्छु, अरू कडा माग पनि थपिन्छ। त्यसपछि मान्छेहरू त्यसपछि के छ भनेदेखि यिनीहरूलाई जवाबदेही बनाउने, जवाबदेही कसरी बनाउनुपर्छ त्यो हामीलाई थाहा छ।
Dr. KC has also demanded the government to include the suggestions made by the task force assigned to prepare the criteria for the appointment of university officials in the law and implement them. Likewise, the fast on to death doctor has also demanded the government to amend the Medical Education Act in favor of the students and the public. The other demand is for the government to begin the process of establishing medical colleges at Darilthura, Udaipur, Ilam, Patstar, Province 2 and Province 4 to ensure equal access to medical education. During the budget announcement for this fiscal year, the government had pledged to establish medical colleges in all the provinces. However, the government has yet to begin works to do so.
बिचौलिया र दलालहरुको लागि अनि बनिरहेका छन्, अहिले पनि त्यो गरिरहेका छन्। अनि त्यसकारणले गर्दाखेरि मैले चाहिँ के अरे यो पहिलेदेखि चाहिँ हाम्रो संशोधन भएको लडे पनि यसको लागि लड्या हुँ र यो क्षेत्र चाहिँ के छ भनेदेखि नि सरकारहरुले के छ भन्दा उपेक्षित रह्यो, अवहेलित रह्यो। त्यसकारणले गर्दाखेरि के छ भनेदेखि हामीले पहिलेदेखि माग राखेर कारण चाहिँ यहाँ के अरे मेडिकल कलेज अथवा ठुलो अस्पतालहरु हुनुपर्छ भनेर कारण त्यसैले हो।
Dr. KC has said the Karnali Health Science Academy had inappropriately banned the MDGP program. Dr. KC has demanded the government to provide infrastructure and human resources to run MBBS program in Karnali. Likewise, he has also demanded the government to scrap the decision made by the parliamentary subcommittee to increase the medical education fees and number of seats.
Road and bridge projects worth 2 billion rupees within the capital has been stranded for years due to negligence on the part of the contractor companies. The Department of Roads has meanwhile initiated action against more than a dozen contractor companies that had taken projects between 2013 to 2018 for inferior quality works. We have a report.
The Road Division reports that the works for majority of the 16 road projects in the capital is below 50%. The stalled projects include Kapan's Akashe Dhara Ram Mandir Krishna Mandir Road, Sattale Milanchok Ani Gumba Road and Manohara Corridor that have failed to gain momentum. Many of these projects have been stalled despite the lapse of more than 5 years. The Department of Roads has initiated action against 16 contractor companies as construction projects worth more than 2 billion rupees has breached deadlines with no results.
हामीले जुन टार्गेट छिटोभन्दा छिटो त्यो योजना सम्पन्न गरेर सेवाग्राहीहरूलाई सडकको सुविधा उपलब्ध गराउनेतिर हामीहरू चाहिँ उन्मुख हुन्छौं। त्यो हिसाबले हुन्छ कि हुँदैन त्यसको अनुगमन गरेर त्यही अनुसार कारबाही अगाडि बढ्छ।
Shailung Constructions, owned by Sharada Prasad Adhikari, had contracted 3 projects from the Road Division. However, none of the roads have completed. The company had contracted Kapan's Akashe Dhara Ram Mandir, Sattale, Bhandari Garmi and Chunikhel and Tusal road projects. The company has breached deadline with far from satisfactory performance. The other companies that have left projects stranded include Birua, Sirua, Sochanda, Sunola Khimti, Rafani, Mahalakshmi Worldwide, Kancharam and Sunkosi. The delay in these projects has deprived local residents of concerned regions from access to better roads.
समस्या त संसारै धुलो घाम लाग्दा धुलो आउने पानी पर्दा हिलो एकदम हिँड्नै नहुने हिलो भइछ। यहाँदेखि लिएर यो माथि राम मन्दिर गुम्बा बालुवा खानी यो संसार उतातिर जाने बाटो चाहिँ हिँड्दाखेरि सारै बाइकमा हिँड्दा लडेर मरिएला भन्ने तराई।
At the beginning, these projects were obstructed by issues related to electricity poles, water pipelines and compensations among others. However, now even though these issues have been addressed, contractor companies have remained hesitant in resuming the works.
And in our public voice segment, we had asked the locals in Kavre what they think of the performances of the people's representatives. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Public voice.
हर महिलामा चाहिँ डम्पिङ गर्न लगेको छ।
पानीको लागि अब खुवाउनु पर्यो छिटै भन्नु चाहिँ लाग्नु भएको छ।
के सहयोग गराएको छ र नगरपालिकाले? छैन, हाम्रो गाउँमा त्यस्तो नगरपालिकाले सहयोग गरेको त।
अहिले नगरपालिकाले जे भन्यो त्यही भएको पनि छ, राम्रो पनि छ। अब जुन काममा पनि अहिलेसम्म चाहिँ राम्रै गरिदिएका छन्।
And it's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where it texts us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And your question is, what's your take on arrested individuals making health excuses to stay in hospital instead? Our options are A, hospitals' unethical behavior, option B, taking advantage of legal loopholes, and option C, consider it court. The voting is on. Type in AWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And those were our latest headlines. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 a.m. Stay with us for more news and entertainment on KTVSD. Good day.